The disgraced former Bishop of Broome has spent his first night behind bars after being found guilty of horrific sex crimes. But there's been near silence from the Catholic Church, which is now bracing for the possible surge of more victims coming forward.
The sins of the father.
The sexual attraction to young Aboriginal males, is that true, Mr Saunders?
No apology from Christopher Saunders. That was left to the man who replaced him.
I have said that I am really sorry. I'm really sorry for the shame that they've had to endure, the pain they've had to endure.
The 76-year-old former Bishop of Broome convicted yesterday on 13 charges, including rape of vulnerable Aboriginal males.
Oh!
The highest-ranked Catholic in the country convicted of sex crimes.
I, on my part, am really sorry about that. Very sorry indeed.
And while Australia's political leaders welcomed the verdict,
I'm pleased that justice has been able to prevail.
If a crime is committed, any crime, they should be held to account.
From Catholic leadership, a resounding silence. No appearance from the nation's lead bishop, Timothy Costello of Perth, or from the Vatican itself. Any further information concerning the case would be provided by Australian church authorities. Papal experts unsurprised.
You can dispute that if you want, but it's the way the Vatican works. It's the way it's always worked.
In Canberra, at the office of the Pope's representative in Australia,
my name's Josh Martin from 7 News.
A nun reveals he's retired. Police now expecting more victims to come forward with predictions of a compensation rush.
The costs to the church will be astronomical.
It could cost the church millions.
Our experience is that we expect a fight.
Questions too on whether Saunders will be stripped of his salary, allowances and title as Emeritus Bishop of Broome.
The Vatican moves at its own pace. I tell people it has its own concept of time.
On one estimate, less than 200 bishops worldwide have been convicted of sex crimes, and of those, only 5 have been defrocked. Advocates hoping Saunders would be the 6th. Chris Reason, 7 News.
Live now to Europe correspondent Isabel Mullen at Vatican City. Isabel, the Pope is nowhere to be seen.
That's right, Angie. Good evening. He's currently staying at his summer residence outside of Rome, but when he returns, Christopher Saunders' file will be placed on his desk at the Vatican behind me. Only a pope can appoint a bishop, and only a pope can defrock or dismiss one. It's a long process which would ultimately see him stripped of his official sacred duties in the eyes of the church. It will only be considered once the criminal case is wrapped up, and that could drag on until after sentencing is complete. To add to the delay, the former bishop's case is one of thousands being dealt with by the Vatican from all over the world.
Isabel Mullen live from the Vatican. Thank you.
And Chief Reporter Chris Reason, who first broke the story, joins us now. Chris, silence all day, but in your hand right now, some breaking news.
It's like the Australian Catholic leadership had taken a vow of silence, Michael, until this came in just 12 minutes to 6. They just dropped that statement 26 hours after the Saunders verdict came down and a day after 7 News pressured them to respond. In it, Bishop Costello calls the crimes a violation of human dignity and a complete betrayal of trust. He says the bishops of Australia are deeply sorry. Now, the statement also announces that they'll reopen their investigation to determine whether Saunders will be stripped now of his entitlements, and also confirming Izzy Mullen's report there that they will hand it over to Rome to decide whether he will be defrocked.
All right, late to say something, but finally some action.
Finally.
All right, Chris, thank you for that.
Thank you.